Hey guys, this is Golden IDS.
And me.
And Teal. Oh, and Ultima, yeah.
Yep. And this is Sonic Colors, and in this one we're playing Sweet Sweet Mountain. I put an extra sweet in there because, I don't know, it looks tasty.
It's super sweet.
Do not lick any of the rides.
Oh, that's one of the things that Eggman says, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
Some of the things he says
I love,
brilliant.
I love how if you hit the giant missile thing, it turns into candy.
Turns into jelly beans.
So the trivia I wanted to share with you is that the announcer and Sonic have are the same voice actor.
Yep, I heard that one before as well. It kind of shocked me, but at the same time.
When you say the announcer, you mean the guy who goes rocket and stuff like that.
Yeah. Great. Excellent.
Okay. Outstanding. Perfect. Awesome. Radical. Oh no, wait, that's Sonic Adventure 2. I'm pretty sure they mentioned Radical in this game. Straight out.
I think good, great, awesome,
Radical
outstanding,
train.
amazing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Don't
Radical
mention
Train.
that game.
Radical Train. That I just
That level.
Okay, what?
Not like it.
You didn't fail as much as I did on that level. That level's atrocious. During that level, I also
seen it.
No, but you haven't seen what I did either. Radical Train is a level in Sonic 06 for those of you who feel like they're missing out a little. It is pretty abysmal. I'm pretty sure it's coming up soon in my Let's Play. I don't know when. But
I think it's 2 levels away, 3 levels.
And also
4,
Teal's
7 levels away.
Yeah, Teal's doing Sonic 06 with Ultima as well, so feel reject that. But Teal knows how to play the game. I don't, so
I don't anymore.
No, you don't anymore. No one knows how to play the game. One thing I will say about Sonic Colors quickly is that the one issue I have with this game and the scoring system is it mainly depends on how much you use wisps and how you use wisps to get an S, and how many star coins you get, red coins, red star things.
Star coins.
Things just generate items, and when you die, you don't lose your score, thank goodness, but the timer keeps going. So just something to watch out for. What do you think about that? The fact that the score doesn't reset, but the timer keeps going.
That kind of sucks, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah, because it ruins your score. But then again,
when
it depends on wisps, it makes no difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
go on.
Yeah, it's getting an S rank isn't really like that important in this game. I mean, unless you want to like 100%, but like it's not like getting an S rank prevents you from getting any red rings or anything.
No, this is true. I think the one thing I do like is it always annoyed me when I died in the last game, so my score got lost. And if your score gets lost, you've pretty much screwed anyway, because you can't get a decent score with that. At least here, if you die like 15 seconds past the checkpoint, it's not going to hold you back too much. He says, "Get to see."
Here's the thing with Sweet Mountain: it's all made of food. Like, aren't there starving people who could use any of this?
The only issue with the starving people could use some of that is it depends. If they've been starving for a very long time, the food would probably end up killing them.
So much sugar.
Really?
Yeah, if you like people who this is a bit of a somber subject, but basically a lot of the people who were in concentration camps and were starved. There was a story, I think, I'm not sure exactly how true it is, but I have heard it in history lesson. So that means it's perfectly true, of someone giving a guy there some chocolate, and because he was so unused to something so rich, it pretty much killed him. There's a reason why, and I forget it exactly, but it can.
Well, I know chocolate kills dogs.
Chocolate does kill dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's poisonous to them for some reason.
Huh.
And there's my cat who eats popcorn, so. Pardon?
I wonder what's in chocolate that's poisonous to them.
Chocolate. Oh, that's no.
Any particular part of the cocoa itself?
Why does chocolate kill dogs? Instant sort of YouTube.
Hey, we're going to America Land.
Let's watch it in YouTube. Chocolate killing a dog. Because that's what everyone wants to see.
I love the way this article starts off with dogs and people are different in lots of ways. Like no, fucking with the same people, you know. Just.
I mean, kids do have accidents on the floor sometimes, so I can understand the confusion.
That sounds exactly like what your parent would say to you. Humans and dogs are very different.
Yeah, then the next one.
In this scenario, they're the same. Your dog died, just like you will.
Hedgehogs and humans are very different. Unfortunately, someone can't get that message.
oh, sorry. Yeah, that just gave me some awful memories of is it Yif?
Oh. Damn furries.
What's this?
Apparently Yif. It's basically like I don't know. Do you wanna describe it?
I don't. I can't.
What the hell?
Yif is basically like furry porn. I think it's gay furry porn.
Lovely.
Yeah. There was a subject there's a casual convention in Manchester near where I live on this Saturday, and my dad actually originally suggested going to it because there's this guy who does like models and dioramas there, and when I looked online I found it was actually an anime convention, and it was on Saturday. I was like, oh yes, so my money is literally being saved in a small jar for a Yukiko figure. I don't know how that was a segue, but I imagine while I'm going to this thing I'll probably see some Yifs and some furries. Although dressing up as Pikachu's fine. Dressing up as Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sally, or
Yukiko.
Yukiko's fine. That's.
If you dress up as her, it's a bit weird. But
no one should dress up as Teddy.
The one thing which freaks me out is when I hear like Teddy's voice actor in different games, I just expect him to say things like very, very awesome and bear-tastic. Because he's in Xenosaga as Alan, and I just can't hear him normally after playing Persona 4. But yeah.
That Persona Arena.
I swear he's in Skylanders as well.
He probably is. Google it. But yeah, Persona 4 Arena.
It sounds exactly the same if it's not him.
Persona 4 Arena. That game comes out, and you get that the 20th or the 16th, is it? Of
pretty soon.
And they get it like sick.
Oh yeah, we get it like the 31st. There's actually not a specific release date yet.
Really?
No, sadly. But yeah, it's because it's being localized by a different group of people. Also, it's region locked. The game is region locked.
Yeah, it's the only region locked PS3 game.
Yeah, there's
no reason.
Which is nice because it means I can actually import stuff from like America and Japan that games that I don't necessarily have here. Can't think of any that I'd do that with, but I'm sure there's something.
I'd do it with Kingdom Hearts if it was PS2 system, but it's not. So.
Well, 3DS is region locked. Oh, 3DS is region locked. Yeah, that was the big thing about 3DS.
Oh, that stupid 3DS XL, man. Like, why do you want your portable things to be larger? It doesn't make any sense.
It's like saying instead of buying a laptop to carry around with me, I bought a desktop.
DS I can't understand. 3DS I sort of can because it's a bigger 3D screen.
Well, I mean, it has more battery life, which is good, but I don't know.
It doesn't have like that big of a battery life. For something that big, you'd expect it to just have this whole humongous battery, which would be like 20 hours of gameplay. But it's just like a 2-hour improvement. It's hardly anything.
Yeah, it is. I don't really think it's worth it, to be honest. Like, if you haven't gotten one yet, then it's worth it.
Yeah, but I think it's still pretty better getting like the original 3DS. I think the 3DS could do with some like I don't want them to, but it doesn't look visually pleasing. Whereas with the DSi looked very sexy.
Yeah, the DSi XL had great color selection. Like the bronze one was really nice.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Angry Birds, the collection?
What?
No, you'll love this. You'll love this, right? It's being released on the PS3 and 3DS. So it's got the original Angry Birds, the Rio one, and not the space one. What's the other one?
Seasons.
Seasons, yeah, it's got that. One of them on iPhone, one of them is free, and the other two are $1 each. How much do you think the collection is, which has all those three for PS3 and 3DS in dollars? How much do you think?
59.
20 bucks. 20 bucks.
30.
Jeez,
2,000% increase.
Gingerbread man.
God, I love gingerbread.
I would go there just for the gingerbread man.
The only thing about this is I wouldn't put it past like Eggman to Poisoners. The one thing actually I mentioned about this level.
So you die eating gingerbread men?
I'd rather not die and then eat gingerbread men which don't kill me. Just a thought. What do you think of this particular level? Because it just feels so slow in comparison, waiting for these.
Yeah. It's basically like, hey, stand around and just wait. And that's like not what you want to have in a Sonic game.
Yeah. But this game does a lot of like mixing it up, and there are some slow segments to it, but this has to be the worst because you are literally waiting for fire bars to move out of the way. It's like, this isn't Mario.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even like you have to wait to time it. You're literally just sitting there pressing the button.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, this bit confused the balls out of me, and I do not know why in hindsight. I'm like, how do I get up there? Did I miss something?
What was interesting was that I was looking at the game on Sonic Wiki, and it says that the DS version, some of the dialogue was written by people who do Happy Tree Friends. That's just horrifying.
I'm surprised there wasn't like murder or something. The thing is, Big the Cat makes a reference in the original one, in Sonic Colors on the DS, which makes me vomit in my mouth.
Well, I mean, it's Big the Cat. I mean, just him being in the game would make you want to vomit.
What does he say?
Pardon?
What does he say?
Froggy! Like he always says. Like, does he ever say anything else? Let's be honest. Okay. Imitation of Big the Cat.
You've broken me.
Yeah, that also sounds a bit wrong when one man says it to another man.
Wasn't Big the Cat playable in the Sonic All-Stars Racing?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I bought him and then instantly regretted it, but realised I had to buy everything at some point anyway. I used Shadow in that. Shadow was so much fun to play as. His bike was like everything I dreamed of.
I think the Fat Banjo and Kazooie was in it for the Xbox version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't talk to me about that. It's too hard to deal with.
I mean, Nuts and Bolts wasn't really the greatest game.
It's an understatement.
It wasn't. No, I think the thing about Nuts and Bolts is it wasn't generally a bad game in terms of the actual game design, but they called it Banjo-Kazooie, and that was what made everyone hate it, because it literally was called something which didn't represent. Well, it's like you know, making Mario and calling it Penumbra. You know, it's like what? Mario is probably the least penumbra. I don't know why I'm using penumbra. It's mainly because I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like making a Sonic game and calling it, I don't know, Red Steel. No, sorry, it's like putting Sonic characters in Red Steel. It doesn't make any sense, and people are expecting it to be a Sonic game. Turns out to be shit.
That would be awesome, though.
I'm sorry, Amy Rose with a katana is not something I want to see.
That would be cool. I would like to see that, because she'd get her head chopped off.
No, she wouldn't. She'd be the annoying character.
It would just give you gratuitous panty shots that you don't want.
Yeah, although, to be honest, if she's like a human character, there's a little less problems with that, but it's still annoying. I don't want to see it every 5 seconds. I don't want to be a repeat of Momo from Xenosaga. Dear God. Yeah, panty shots sometimes are okay in games. Panty shots on characters who aren't human. No. Panty shots on, like, 11-year-old girls who are robots. No! Keep it away, please! I'm surprised it wasn't, like, taken out for being, you know, pretty, I don't know, pretty bad. They changed that in the second one anyway. I say the second one, I mean the second one. They give her a costume which doesn't do that. Anyway, let's get off the subject of gratuitous panty shots every 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's talk about the blue wisp, which I hate.
You mean the blue one?
P-switch?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You said the blue wisp. You mean the blue one?
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah, that blue one that I said.
It's not bad. I don't mind it. It's a bit pointless.
I hate it. The reason I hate it is there's 2 reasons. One, it reminds me way too much of a P-switch from Mario, and that annoys me for some reason. And the other reason is it's just too slow. It takes way too much time.
But I think you've got to remember with this whole game is there's a lot. This Sonic Colors is a very bizarrely paced game, because there's a load of levels which are really slow and then a load of levels which are really fast. And I think the whole idea of it breaking up the pacing of the game is kind of something that the game does as well. Like some of the mechanics, you feel often why you're messing up with the pace. Like these fucking lollipops that I can't get to work.
Oh, I hate this. Yeah.
I feel like I'm drunkenly pressing A and hoping something works.
I can't imagine playing this game while you're drunk.
Yeah, I actually want to get someone to play Sonic Generations while drunk. And I want to have them play it where the boost speed is being increased by 20 to 100%.
God.
That would be so much fun. Oh, have you heard about the Sonic Unleashed PC project?
putting it to the PC, or is it just a fan thing to bring it
It's
to
a
PC?
fan creation that's basically turning all the levels from Sonic Unleashed levels into Sonic Generation levels, and there's a... I have to put a YouTube video. I think I was showing Teal.
You mean Sonic Generation into Sonic Unleashed?
Yeah. Technically it's a Sonic Unleashed port, but it looks really good. Like, the people who've been making it have actually done a fantastic job, and they're also hacking it apart so you can actually... There are like custom levels now in Generations.
Mm.
I've always been impressed by that. I like the people who do the entire custom games for like Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh yeah, those look impressive.
Yeah, some of them are. The newer game looks really good. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Newer, yeah.
And the only bizarre thing about this whole situation is they've only really, for like the last maybe 2-3 years, have had custom levels for Super Mario 64. Yet New Super Mario Bros. Wii was cracked almost, you know, relatively off the first day it was launched.
It was like a month or so after. But I don't know if it was a big deal though.
And I think it's more because like technology is advanced and people understand how to do it now.
Well, that's surprising. You'd think they'd be able to crack Mario Galaxy by now.
Yeah, actually.
No, some people have. They are working on it. It's just it's really hard because it's not a 2D game. It's a 3D game. It deals a lot with gravity perspective and stuff. So
yeah, and I can imagine there's a lot more things to do in that. Whereas, you know, 2D games.
You've got to make sure everywhere is perfect, because if you fall, you have to fall into the black hole.
Yeah.
You know, it would. I think if they did a Mario Galaxy for 3DS, I think that would be really nice if they could do something like that.
Well, there was rumours close to the time of Super Mario Galaxy being released, when you got all 120 stars and hooked up your DS, there was this little like DS of level you could do.
Yeah, there was that. It was Luigi.
Yeah.
Super Luigi Galaxy or something.
And
wasn't
the ridiculous thing about that is it looks so good. Like, the actual people who made the graphics for the DS made it look so real. I didn't question it. And obviously now, I'll be like, but I kind of want to know how they did it. I mean, that was quite impressive back at the time. Yeah, this is...
I mean, I don't know. I'm just getting tired of the new Super Mario Bros. Things, because it's just like, they try to change it with like new power-ups, but it just feels the same.
Yeah, also, person who uses that whole wah instrument needs to be shot dead. I can't say it's like, wah wah, no, no, no. I can't even imitate it, it's so hard to imitate. But yeah, that wah instrument needs to... I just don't know, I've not been interested in Mario since Super Mario Sunshine, really. Galaxy was fun, never bothered with Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 2 is great.
But I don't know, it just feels like more the same. Like, I don't mind Sonic, because Sonic changes significantly between its iterations. Even though most fans hate the change between the iterations, it changes.
Yeah.
Like Metroid, you feel like it changes. Like Other M was a change, not people liked.
Well, Other M was a change for the worst.
The storyline.
The gameplay was good. Yeah, the story was just bad. The gameplay was really good. I won't deny that.
It was a like right direction for story. Sorry, right direction for storyline. Am I on crack? Right direction for gameplay, wrong direction for storyline. But it was a risk, and it was refreshing to see a company take that. Like Zelda occasionally has small risks. Metroid then tends to have massive risks. Like Metroid Prime was a massive risk back in the day.
Oh, especially with Wind Waker, it was just huge. Like
that's true actually. I hadn't thought of Wind Waker like that. And then you had, what was it? What was the other one that was a bit more of a risk as well? What are the...
Luigi's Mansion probably was.
Yeah, although not looking... What are your opinions on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moons?
I'm looking forward to it because I've never really played Luigi's Mansion 1 like at all. Right. So
I played Luigi's Mansion 1. I thought it was fun. It was really short, and I didn't think it was that special, to be honest. I mean, I liked it, but didn't feel enough that it would need a sequel or anything. I
felt like the game was good enough on its own. Like the sequel, it's gone so much from what the original was about. It's now, I've mentioned this so many times before, it's Luigi's Cul-de-sac, but also the more I see of it, the more I just think, it's gone the complete wrong visual style, the gameplay style, everything just seems to be in the wrong direction. Also, what do you think of the dialogue in some of these scenes?
I think the dialogue is probably one of the best parts in this game.
Yeah, I like how Sonic breaks the fourth wall.
It just has that cartoony feel, like it's not like something it tries to be serious like a certain other game.
Well, Sonic 06. Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that's what Sonic does best, is kind of taking the mick, breaking the fourth wall, you know, not serious, because I don't know.
I like it when it's lighthearted like this, but they can still have like moments like this.
He's my buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Me? I did nothing at all.
Oh, Eggman though, Eggman, I have to say, after the role you've been given in 06, the voice actor must think, what the hell, and then gets given this role here. I mean, this must be an absolute godsend for a voice actor to do.
To be fair, he did have Unleashed before this, and Unleashed had some great dialogue.
Yeah, I need to play Unleashed more, but I don't know, I can't stomach the night levels. I just find them.
I really like them.
I just find them too dull. I'm sorry, they're too dull for me. But also, his voice actor just so suits Sonic, like as the kind of. Not to say the other voice actor wasn't bad, but this new one is a complete refreshing.
Buddy, are you all right?
It's just like, dude, yeah, gnarly kind of. You know what I mean?
Whoa, dude, far out.
Yeah, exactly.
Alien energy. Ran out of juice. Well,
I don't know, his plan on this one just seems so much more like, I just thought this up 20 seconds ago, it'll work, kind of thing.
I assume that's how most of Eggman's boss robots turn out, like the egg casino gambling thing, the slot machine.
Wait, when was that one?
The Shadow the Hedgehog, one of the final bosses was that slot machine thing that it would only like damage itself half the time.
I do not remember that. I need to play Shadow the Hedgehog Energy. I was meant to have this massive project for Shadow the Hedgehog and never actually came out. Yeah, that was, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing.
I liked that. I didn't think it deserved as much hate as it got, but I mean, I can see why. I mean, the people saying the control's really bad. The GameCube was controlled a lot better, though.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. I think the GameCube iterations of all the Sonic games were much better than their PS2 and Xbox counterparts. The problem with the PS2 I found was it was underpowered, whereas the GameCube and the 360 had a lot more. Sorry, the GameCube and the Xbox had a lot more power to them. So they were able to kind of...
Yeah, the GameCube was really powerful, but it didn't last long enough, and enough games like didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, well that's what like Nintendo said when someone was saying, you know, how powerful is the Wii U? It was like, well, if you know, technical prowess was all it was, then the GameCube would have beaten the PS2, which is not the case. I mean, they've proved that in this sort of cycle, haven't they, with the Wii? Yeah, I got smashed. You know, you don't need power to be good, as long as you've got the games and maybe the innovation to back it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of interesting. I like the take on that because the GameCube was pretty fun, but also lollipops, Chupa Chops.
The thing I don't like about Shadow is, I think, just a problem for me because I grew up with the Genesis games. So when I got Shadow and it was all guns, I was just like, fuck is this?
To be
This
fair,
is
that
not
was like-
Sonic I love.
That was them trying to reinvent like, I don't know, like they tried something new and it didn't work out, but at least they tried something new. I mean, I think the game would have been boring if it wasn't for the weapons, to be honest.
yeah, like the alien weapons were really fun to use, and they were actually pretty powerful. I loved using the little zappy alien ones. They go ba-choom, ba-choom. I just had too much fun
And
with those.
they had secret weapons, like there was one where you could shoot Omo Chow. There was an Omo
Yes.
Chow gun.
So many of that I didn't know my first playthrough. You just had to play it through, get all the locks, and they're really hard to find. So I think the game had a lot of like secrets in it. People just didn't explore it enough because they didn't want to, because they didn't enjoy what they first saw. But all in all, it was like Sonic Adventure 2 and like Sonic Adventure. It was some good fun, really. But yeah, some heavy bass track here.
Dubstep.
Well, no, I don't know if that's dubstep. I don't know dubstep music at all. I just know we had the warden who lived in the floor above me at uni basically played dubstep at ridiculous times, and it was so loud it hurt my ears in the floor below.
You can't handle the wubs.
Oh god, it was painful. I was like, how can you listen to it up there? Your ear's not bleeding.
Maybe he's deaf.
Maybe he's deaf. Wait.
Maybe he's a deaf schizophrenic, Ultima.
Wait.
Yes, if there are any watching.
Yeah. That was so funny.
Yeah, that makes sense. If they're deaf and they're watching,
Hey Sonic,
Yeah, we mentioned it. We talked to someone and also said it's probably a schizophrenic. And he said, I wonder if you can hear voices if you're deaf and a schizophrenic. So I'm just like, so if they're only watching, could you please tell us? And it's like, how could they hear what we're saying? They're deaf.
Actually, that's an interesting thing. I think people do hear could hear things in their head and like hear their voice as it was and stuff, but I don't know, because I know that unless you're fully deaf, you can still hear your voice. Just it's a bit
Yeah,
bizarre.
the memory of it would still be there.
That's weird. That is really weird. It's also like if you've lost your voice, like Stephen Hawking, he must have some memory of his original voice, apart from the one that sounds like. I don't know why, but I have an urge to just replace his voice with like Mickey Mouse and get him to speak or something.
I mean, I wonder. I mean, it is a voice synthesizer. You could theoretically like change what the synth would be, I guess.
Yeah, you could, but
The
I mean,
whole planet?
5 generators?
what, the whole planet?
Level 2.
This is the whole planet, the whole thing.
Yeah, not considering now we're in a universal scale and there are other planets attached to us.
I'm with you, buddy.
I love the way they're just shutting down the tractor beams to the planets. They'll end up floating off and crashing into
Once I
Earth.
start moving, I
But
don't
it doesn't
need
matter
much
because
time.
this game doesn't care and it knows it doesn't care, so I shouldn't care, and I don't.
I was wondering what was next because there's 1:40 left.
Yeah,
There's-
this part was kind of fleshed out by the cutscenes.
The center of my interplanetary theme park.
I love Qbot and Oldbot.
I don't understand who these two are, but they're kind of cool. They kind of get on my.
They're like the new Scratch and Grounder.
Okay, but they haven't made an appearance. Like in Generations, they weren't there.
Oldbot is in Unleashed.
Oh yeah, was Colours?
He was called Ergo in that one though.
Okay, brilliant naming. They keep their naming. What's they called? I forget.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent. That's the word.
I don't think anything could have been more annoying than that cowboy chatter.
Begging
your pardon, Squire, but me and my matey are gonna sail off and search for that lubber Sonic.
I hope there
Robot
is.
pirates.
I think that's the wrong chip.
I want a chair like that. It's
That's
a pretty cool chair.
Sure
Yeah.
he doesn't normally speak in pirate.
On the bright side, he's much more exotic now.
Just go find him and fix that.
Aww.
Shortly, I will have no need for those idiots. In just a few hours, Sonic's world will be under my control. When it is, it will be the crown jewel of my amusement park. The greatest amusement park in the universe.
He's more evil than Disney.
Muscle.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.